CCI, Crash Course, Instrumentation, presents Episode No. 15, Straight Threads and O-Rings, SAE and BSPP plus Adapters, Hook and Promise. If you tighten a straight thread, like a tapered one, you will chase leaks all day. By the end, you will know how straight threads actually seal, how to pick the right O-ring, and how to use adapters without creating a leak farm. An acronym, quick guide, and fast IDs. SAE, else Society of Automotive Engineers. Straight thread standards. In hydraulics and instruments, this often means O-ring boss, sometimes called ORB, where the O-ring seals at a shoulder. BSPP, digital, British Standard Pipe Parallel, ISO 228. This is a parallel or straight thread. It seals with a bonded washer or an O-ringed face, not on the threads. BSPT, issue British Standard Pipe Taper, ISO 71. This is tapered. We covered it in episode 14. NPTF facial National Pipe Taper Fuel, often called dryseal. Mentioned here because the adapter you choose may bridge from NPT or NPTF to a straight thread. Quick ways to spot straight versus tapered. A nut that pulls the fitting against a flat shoulder usually means straight thread. A visible O-ring near the hex is a giveaway. Parallel threads measure the same diameter along their length, while tapered threads do not. Consider how straight threads seal. They do not seal on the threads. With straight threads, the threads provide clamping force. The seal comes from an elastomer pressed against a smooth surface. Common styles. O-ring boss, ORB, where an O-ring sits in a groove and seals against a flat shoulder. O-ring face seal, where the O-ring is captured in a groove on the face and seals against a matching flat. BSPP with bonded washer, where a metal washer with a bonded elastomer seals under the hex. Key idea: do not chase one more turn. If the O-ring or washer is not seated squarely, extra torque only damages the seal. O-ring materials, lube, and handling. Choose the material for the job. Buna-N, also called nitrile, is common for oils. Viton, fluoroelastomer, tolerates many chemicals and higher temperatures. EPDM is often chosen for steam and some water services. When in doubt, check the chemical and temperature charts. Use a compatible lubricant. A light film prevents twisting and tearing as the O-ring slides into place. Do not use petroleum grease with elastomers that it attacks. Inspect before install. Look for nicks, flat spots, cracks, or swelling. Replace on site. O-rings are cheap, shutdowns are not. Compression set is real. An O-ring that has been under squeeze for a long time may develop a permanent flat. Replace during reassembly. After adapters and alignment, bridge standards safely. Use purpose-made adapters to bridge between NP or BSPT and straight threads like SAE or BSPP. Never force near matches. Minimize the stack. Every extra joint is another leak path. Pick an adapter that solves it in one piece if possible. Keep the tube or hose straight into the fitting. Misalignment pinches the O-ring on one side and leaves a gap on the other. Record the adapter part number in the loop folder. The next technician should not have to guess. Sure, makeup technique and torque reality. Hand tighten until the O-ring touches the sealing surface, then torque to the maker's spec. Straight threads feel different from tapered. Resistance rises quickly once the O-ring contacts the shoulder. Use the two-wrench rule. One wrench holds the body steady, the other turns the nut. This prevents twisting tubes, transmitters, or manifolds. If orientation matters, for an elbow or T, back off and re-lube rather than forcing that last fraction of a turn. A small shim washer designed for orientation can help when the procedure allows it. Leak diagnosis for straight threads. Weep around the outside of the hex or shoulder often points to a cut O-ring, dirt on the face, or a tilted washer. Leak only under pressure with a snap-on and snap-off pattern can indicate an O-ring that is rolling spiral failure during assembly. Use a touch of compatible lube and square the joint. Persistent leak after retorque suggests a scratched sealing surface or the wrong O-ring hardness. Replace the O-ring and polish the face lightly if the procedure permits. Safety notes. Depressurize and drain before breaking joints. Verify zero energy with gauges and vents. Wiggling the fitting as you slowly remove it is very advisable. Any trapped pressure will make the fitting hard to wiggle or weep at the threads. Protect eyes and hands. Elastomers can spit trapped fluid when a joint lets go. Pressure test gradually and use a mirror or card to check for weeps, never fingers. History moment. The modern O-ring became a go-to seal in the mid-20th century as hydraulics and instrumentation expanded. Its simple geometry and reliable performance made straight-threaded joints fast to assemble and easy to service. One reason these fittings are still everywhere today. Quick recap. Straight threads clamp, O-rings or bonded washers seal. Pick the right elastomer, use a light compatible lube, and inspect for damage. Bridge standards with proper adapters, and keep joint count low. Talk to spec, keep things square, and test safely. Teaser and credits. Next up is episode 16. Sanitary connections and diaphragm seals. Dead leg avoidance, CIP and SIP basics, and how we keep instruments clean in food and pharma. Special thanks to Tony Koophout and the open source community. Crash Course Instrumentation stands on your shoulders. If this helped, please like and subscribe, and share it with a classmate or a coworker.